The Armed Forces of the Philippines said on Saturday that its forces staged naval and air drills with counterparts from the United States, Australia, and New Zealand from Thursday to Friday in the disputed South China Sea. According to Associated Press, it's the 12th such military drills that the Philippines says it has staged with other friendly nations since last year to protect its sovereign rights in the disputed waters. The latest military drills included an anti-submarine warfare simulation, replenishment and fueling at sea, fly-bys and communication exercises, and involved a Philippine Navy-guided missile frigate and surveillance aircraft, another frigate from Australia with an MH-60R Seahawk helicopter, an auxiliary Navy ship from New Zealand, and a U.S. Navy-guided missile destroyer, the USS Fitzgerald, the Philippine military said. The exercises underscore the enduring commitment of the four nations to strengthen maritime cooperation, enhance interoperability, and uphold peace and stability under a rules-based international order in the Indo-Pacific region, Philippine military spokesperson Colonel Shiris Trinidad said in a statement. He did not provide other details, including where the joint exercises were staged in the disputed waters.
Lowering. Messenger bag lowering. Messenger bag touchdown. Landed. Messenger bag. One touchdown. 441 landed. 441 landed. 441 landed.
In recent days, much has been said in Ukraine about the problems of the Ukrainian army in the Pokrovsk direction, and Russian dictator Putin even declared that Ukrainian units in Pokrovsk are surrounded. However, observer Alexander Kovalenko explained that while the situation in Pokrovsk remains grave, it's far from catastrophic. He noted that the Russian army has been unsuccessfully attempting to capture the city for almost a year, even though the Kremlin had set such a goal by the end of 2024. The 51st Division suffered a particularly resounding failure, running out of steam near Dobropilya and unable to develop an offensive in Chasovo Yar and Toretsk. Now the main attack is being carried by the Russian Second Army, which is employing a new tactic: sabotage groups of 2 to 4 people disguised as civilians. They infiltrate Pokrovsk in small waves, attempting to gain a foothold on the outskirts. Currently, Russian troops have 2 infiltration routes, the analyst says. The first is through Leontovichi and the private sector of Dunyak, with access to the train station and the Stroymetal plant. The second is through Zelenovka and the Lazurny and Yuzhny districts, where they have managed to temporarily gain a foothold on Yubileinaya Street and near the Rosinka kindergarten. However, most of these areas remain mere penetration zones, not full control zones. In the city center, Russians are occupying schools and hospitals, turning them into shelters. But attempts to break through further have failed, especially in eastern Pokrovsk, where Ukrainian forces are confidently holding their ground. Recently, a small group of Russian saboteurs attempted to break through the northern part of the city, but were destroyed. This failed attempt only sparked another wave of panic and rumors of an imminent encirclement, which, in fact, never happened. Kovalenko concluded the situation is grave but manageable. Russian troops are suffering losses and their successes are limited to chaotic infiltrations. If the Ukrainian army continues to act calmly and systematically, Pokrovsk could become a living hell for the enemy. The main thing is not to panic and not to spread rumors, which Russian propaganda so loves to feed on. At the same time, the Ukrainian armed forces commented on Putin's statements about the encirclement of Pokrovsk and Kupiansk. Ukrainian military officials have refuted Vladimir Putin's latest false claims about the alleged encirclement of Ukrainian troops near Kupiansk and Pokrovsk. According to the defense forces, the Russian dictator is once again attempting to confuse wishful thinking with reality in order to demonstrate some success for his army amid the massive losses at the front. The Joint Forces Group noted that fierce fighting continues near Kupiansk as well as in certain areas of the city, but it is inappropriate to speak of encirclement. Russian units are attempting to gain a foothold in the northern part of the city, but are suffering significant losses. Ukrainian defenders are in control of the situation and are effectively holding off the enemy. Claims of encirclement are fiction and fantasy, having nothing to do with the reality on the ground, the Ukrainian command emphasized. Ukrainian Interior Minister Ihor Klimenko also refuted Putin's statements. He stated that the General Staff is aware of the true state of affairs and emphasized that the situation in the Kupiansk area is under control. We have many units there and they're operating in a coordinated and confident manner. I believe the situation has stabilized today, Klimenko said at a briefing in Kharkiv. Putin previously claimed that Russian troops had allegedly encircled Ukrainian units in the Pokrovsk and Kupiansk areas and even offered to allow journalists to verify his claims. However, this move appears to be intended solely for a domestic audience.